What's going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Nalo Kicking Knowledge. Today, we'll be taking a look at the moon in Sagittarius and what it's like to have the moon in Sagittarius in your natal chart. So, let's get into it. What is the moon? The moon represents our mother, our home life, our subconscious emotions, our ability to emotionally relate, how we nurture others and want to be nurtured in return. Sagittarius correlates to the 9th house. It is the sign of higher beliefs, religion, the desire for truth and understanding of our reality. It's ruled by Jupiter. So the first thing you need to know about the moon in Sagittarius is that these are very strong personalities. Whether or not you can see it or not, because the moon is the inner nature. As the moon does correlate towards our past life influence, what you have here is a soul who is coming in with a particular influence in the realm of personal beliefs and their value system. So, naturally, at the soul level, they are seekers. They are seekers of truth. And within this particular lifetime, they're focusing on a new truth. And that'll be reflected through the sun. How they live their truth will be seen through their sun. The North Node is going to give an indication of the lessons and experiences connected towards formulating or working out that truth. And then the South Node is going to give you insight into what those beliefs were, or how the Sagittarian nature was within the past. So the cool thing that I've come to realize about Sagittarius moons is that their home life, and particularly their parents, are direct reflections also of who they were or what they're here to achieve. So these are people who hold their parents as great role models and often see their mother as some type of wise figure, okay, or source of strength, or Jupiter in some way. And if this moon is aspected by Jupiter, you have a very fortunate individual who can inherit from the mother in a lot of different ways, whether that be spiritually, monetarily, in the sense of career, or so a very strong connection to the parents. Okay, and this soul, like I said, they pick those parents for a reason, because what they want to be or who they have been is displayed through the parent as well. Okay, and then Sagittarius also represents the teachings of our fathers, and then with the moon correlating to that subconscious programming and in early life. These are the people who really take serious the things that they were introduced to early on in life. So, father is interesting in some way. He could be, if this is like a 5th house Sag moon, he could be a creative in some type of way. Naturally, he could be a teacher, pastor, something like that, philosophical in nature. But unconsciously, the child wants to be like the father. And if it's a situation where the father is absent, then that knowledge, there's a seeking of knowledge. And normally, that type of individual clings a little bit more towards spirituality or certain philosophies that they learn for themselves. But nonetheless, on an unconscious level, there's a yearning to be like father, or naturally you inherit from father as well too, or his teachings are important to you. Okay, this moon can really accomplish a lot from the standpoint that it's very motivated. And when you think about the moon, remember, this is the person's internal rhythms, and Sagittarius is the sign of optimism. So, watery energy is very powerful and it's very needed. But if you can avoid it, like with a position like in the sense of your moon, it works out well. So Sagittarius moons, they don't get down for too long, you know, and they're always seeking to learn from their experiences. That's why you can get a lot out of this moon, because it's almost like, I want to say, this, like a Sag moon or certain placements incline you to third eye vision. And third eye vision isn't actually, oh, I'm seeing some otherworldly stuff. It's your perception and then how you filter that wisdom. And Sag moons are good at that. And like I said, a lot of that boils back to things they learned from the parent or whatever. So a key word of advice for a Sagittarius moon, especially with the Sag pertaining to the 9th house of higher learning, and in my personal view, I always view that as college. For a Sag moon, you're a natural philosopher. This deals with the archetype of the guru, someone who is teaching a philosophy. Keyword teaching. Now, if you have Gemini energy or other third house influences, this is a home run. You'll always be able to find a home teaching something that is passionate towards you. The key thing will be belief in your ability to do so. So like I said, let's say this is a Sag moon with a 4th house Pisces sun. You come off to the world very shy and reclusive. But in fact, you know, you're deep. You got a lot of depth there. You need to find a way to express that depth. You know, so it's coming out of that shell and being seen. So I feel like what I've seen, because I've been privileged to work with a lot of Sagittarians in general, particularly Sagittarius moon. Higher learning, whether it be a trade, right? Something as creative as cosmetology or architecture, something that you specialize in is your key to material peace. Because remember, moon is security, so all moons are looking for security. And with the Sag moon's sense of security is related towards their truth, their craft, what it is that they're, you know, to think about it in the sense of Sagittarian people, they're always living their truth, and that provides that peace of mind, which allows them to continuously learn. So that was a very long-winded way of saying, for many of you, make sure like don't overlook school or your studies. Your studies is where you thrive. I just wanted to say that. Very important. It does need discipline. If there's other, like say a lack of Earth or really harsh Saturn here, you know, this can be a bit of an underachiever. But if the Sag moon is supported, yeah, like I said, very, very capable one, because they're eternal students. They're very expressive, right? If you're a Sag moon and you're not too expressive, I think by midlife, you learn how to do that in your own way. But you definitely come off to the people, your family and loved ones see you in that very Sagittarian way, as opinionated and a free thinker. And the more you can funnel that energy through things like your ascendant and your sun sign, the more this Sagittarius moon gains expression. You know, depending on factors in your chart, it's really going to be apparent or not. But more times than not, this Sag moon moves around somewhat. Then, at some point in time, there's going to be an opportunity for them to relocate. And that can be very much so transformative and seek to further like bring them into a greater alignment with themselves. It's almost like they needed their immediate environment to learn, but then to expand and grow, they need to take who they are and build and express it somewhere else. So travel will be key. Okay, so pay attention to those time periods where it's like, damn, I can make this move right now. You know? And then, you know, last thing I'll say with this Sag moon is there's something that you are very passionate about. And more than likely, there is, because of your preachy nature, expressive nature, opinionated nature, naturally, socially conscious, and all of that, whatever it is that you're passionate about, you can turn it into some type of security, career, hobby. Like, it deserves a place in your life. And when you define that truth and you honor that truth, you're more of who you are. There's going to be scenarios, right? There's going to be scenarios with this Sag moon where you're going to have to go against the grain. Maybe be different than your family, right? Family could be very religious, but in this life you're meant to be spiritual, so you're different in that regard. The key thing is just to live your truth, and whatever that may be, in whatever area of life. So focus on that. And remember, it's a fire sign, so it's action oriented, and a certain level of peace of mind is related towards you taking control of your ability to learn things and express your wisdom and all of that. Overall, really good place for the moon. All right. So this is my interpretation of the moon in Sagittarius. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have a moon in Sagittarius, feel free to chime in. Let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, do so now. If you need a reading, check the description link. Send me an email. Holla at me. Until next time, peace.